Sorry, had a little glitch. Just wanted to start to catch you up on what's going on today with COVID-19. Let me start off with the surrounding cities like we always do. Amarillo is at 172. Lubbock has gone up to 367. Abilene's at 79. San Angelo is at 40. Wichita Falls is at 57. Midland is at 37. And today we have gone up to 55. As far as the test, a lot of people have been asking for this information. We've had 516 test negative. We currently have 60 pending results, which means the tests have been finished and we are waiting for the results to come back. So we've done a total of 631 tests. We have just had the 2 deaths, and we've had 23 people recover from COVID-19. Let me talk a little bit about that number. What the CDC requires is we cannot say somebody has recovered until it has been 10 days after they've had symptoms. So they may have quit running fever, their cough has stopped or something like that, but we can't say that until it's been 10 days. So that is kind of the regulations that we have to go through to say, quote, they recovered. Right now, medical center has 6 patients. They have 7 patients that are under, they believe they may have it, but we're waiting on tests to come back. And they currently have 47 tests pending. ORMC has 1 person in the hospital, and they have 13 tests that are pending. So I want to talk a little bit about what we're seeing as far as the numbers. Had this drawn up. I'll get it so you can see it. I apologize, I'm not smart enough to put this on Facebook so you can see it. But this is what we are watching as far as the trend lines. You can see it's up to 55, but more importantly, what we are watching is this graph. This is just the bottom line of that graph. And this is showing daily test results coming back positive. And as you can tell, this red line that goes along the bottom here, that's a trend line. What it does is averages the results of the chart. Currently, what we're seeing is that trend line is headed up, which is not the way we want to see it. If we're going to be able to open up the businesses and get things going, we have to see that trend line start to go down. That is one of the keys. As I've told you, I will be on a conference call tomorrow talking to with all the county judges and all the mayors with the governor to find out his plan for opening up the communities again. So opening up the communities is going to depend upon how many people we're seeing with COVID-19. One of the things we've said over and over, the people of Ector County are determining when we can open up. If you're not social distancing, if you're not washing your hands, if you're gathering in large groups, if you're going against any of those rules that we told you, you are going to make all the businesses be closed longer because you're not doing what you need to. If somebody is exposed and they go out into the community, that's where we get more cases. So just wanted to talk to you about that. Great news on the medical front. ORMC has received one of their machines that will allow them to get tests back quicker. They've actually ordered 2 machines. They've received 1. They're expecting the other machine within a week, hopefully by the end of this week. And that one will be even faster. They will be able to get results within a day. So one of the things that's going to limit that machine is it's a lot like a printer. You have to have the ink cartridge to go in it. Same thing with this. They have to have the cartridges that go in there to test the results. They get a few of the cartridges up front, but then the state regulates who gets the cartridges after that. So we are excited about that. Just saw a question. Let me back up just a little bit. if we see somebody out in large groups, if we see a business open that's not supposed to be open, we can write you a ticket for up to $1,000 or put you in jail for 180 days. So that's something you need to really take seriously. We have written tickets to businesses that were open that should have been open, and we don't want to get to the point where we're writing tickets when we see people gathering. So that's why we're asking everybody just to do it on your own. But getting back to the machines, Medical Center has also ordered a machine. This will not only test for COVID, but it will test for flu and some of the other viruses that are around. But these machines will make it better, especially for the first responders. We have some first responders that were exposed. They were at the EOC when we found out that somebody at the EOC had been diagnosed with COVID-19. So those firemen are home right now until they get their test results back, which is, something we really have to watch as a city. Plenty of officers on the street, and we want to make sure we have plenty of people in the ambulances. And if a fire breaks out, we want to make sure we have plenty of firemen. So will help. Also, they'll be able to test nurses with this. A lot of our nurses are getting exposed to COVID-19, and this will allow them to be tested to get back to work. So, because we need all the nurses we can get right now. Want to talk a little bit about the City of Odessa app. This will help you with a lot of questions you're having. If you need to pay your water bill, you can pay it on the app. If you see maybe your neighbor's grass is too long, you can report that to code enforcement by taking a picture of it. It is a great way to plug into the community, and all you have to do, it's free. Go to iTunes. If you have some other type of phone, you can get it from any of those, and that way you can go ahead and plug in, and you have a way to get to the city, because a lot of people don't understand. We've sent a lot of our employees home at the city, and if you need something, they may be at home, they may not be, but this will allow you to get hold of the city or get whatever you need from the city via an app, which is great. Next one, a lot of people have asked about the carnival that is at the Ector County Ector County Coliseum. What this is this carnival was making its rounds around to the cities that want the carnival to come in when COVID hit. So Judge Hayes has allowed them to set up, but they're not open. Basically, these people are stuck until COVID ends so they can go to the next city that, wants a carnival for something. So they're not actually open because we wouldn't allow them to be open, but they're just kind of stuck here right now. So hope that clears up a lot of stuff for people that keep asking me, what's with the carnival? So I want to talk a little bit about masks. Yesterday when I talked about when we get to the point to where we can start opening up the city, I said, we may require masks to be worn. We may require restaurants to wear masks, the employees. And these don't have to be the N95s. These are the ones that the first responders use. What they can be are the ones that you make yourself. We put the pattern, the pattern on the website. There's no sewing or anything. It's just you put it together. And so I believe a couple of rubber bands. You can use a t-shirt. You can maybe use some old sheets or something like that to make them. It's a lot of those you see around town are some that people have made. So it really doesn't cost you much. You can make it yourself. But there are also some that you can buy. You can buy some, I'm sure Amazon has some. I know some of the charities are actually starting to make them for the hospital because they can wear those from room to room. And at the end of the day, you can sterilize it by putting it in the microwave. You need to read how to do that, but I believe you get it wet and something. But that's what we're talking about, because realistically, we have got to look at starting the community back up. One of the things that we're really going to work on is making sure when we do that the numbers don't start to rise. Because what we don't want to do is open the community back up, and then all of a sudden you start to see the hospitals fill up, or you start to see something like that. So hopefully by Monday, I'm going to be able to tell you hopefully when we think we might be able to, and it's still all up in the air, and kind of how we're going to do it. It is just going to have to be a process of maybe in a restaurant, the tables have to be 6 feet apart. And maybe the employees have to wear a mask or something like that. But I have a meeting at 6 o'clock on Friday with all the other mayors of West Texas, and that's one of the subjects that we're going to talk about so that we can all start to do it at the same time, especially Odessa and Midland. We're like two brothers. We like to argue and things, but when push comes to shove, we come together and get things done. And that's what we're going to talk about Friday after we know what the governor says. Because we cannot do anything to start opening up the economy until the governor releases us from his last declaration. His declaration basically is above everything we can do as a city or a county or anything. So that kind of gives you an idea. I want to talk just a little bit as your mayor. I could not be more proud of our city, the way we have come together, the way you see people helping people. You see people putting themselves, pulling back, staying in the house. I know sometimes, it's wonderful to be around your family. I know sometimes they might be able to drive you crazy, but this is something we have to do as a country, is we really have to take a step back and realize we can beat this, but it's going to take a little time. Just being plugged in with all of the other taxing entities and things like that, I can't tell you the amazing job that they're doing. Unfortunately, we had a positive come out of a nursing home. It's the Madison Nursing Home, Madison Resort Nursing Home, I believe. And when you've got two hospitals, it's kind of like Odessa Midland sometimes. But our two hospitals have come together. One hospital is testing all of the employees. The other hospital is testing all of the people that are in that retirement or nursing home, which is fantastic. That's the way it should be. We should all be working together as we move forward. I want to talk a little bit about some people that, in my opinion, are doing God's work. It's our food bank and the amazing people at Meals on Wheels. They deliver food every day to those that can't get out to get it themselves. Maybe elderly, maybe they have a disability, and they are doing an amazing job. And I just want to read some of the information that I got from the food bank just to let you understand the amount of food that is going out of our food bank. They said over 10,000 homes or households have received food, including fresh produce, meat, and bread. And that there's 1,947 new clients that go to the pantries in Odessa and in Midland. Right now, they have distributed 739,000 pounds of food, going to people that need it, going to those that may not be able to afford it because maybe they got laid off. There's another amazing program that the food bank does, and it's called Food to Kids. We have kids in Odessa that they don't get to eat if they're not eating at school. And School to Kids is basically giving them food to get through the weekend so that they don't go to sleep and, not have anything in their stomach. And they have served 4,560 kids that would have gone hungry over the weekend. And you can't say enough about that. It's one thing when we complain about maybe something we don't have. Well, these kids don't have food. And so Libby and her entire staff at the food bank, they do an absolutely amazing job. And it said they've also served 1,220 households through their mobile outreach program, which is fantastic. If you would like to help, I know the food bank would love your help, and also New Meals on Wheels. You can look it up on your phone. If you can drive for them, just to make it a little bit easier, they're always looking for drivers. And all you have to do is go up and deliver the food, say hi to whoever it is, and go about your route. If you could help 1 or 2 days a week, that would be fantastic. And that might be a way to get away from your family for a short time, is to help with Meals for Wheels. So I just want to wrap it up by saying what I always say: each and every one of you are in my thoughts and prayers. We are doing everything we can to get this community back going. Unfortunately, we've never seen a virus like this. Especially it's scary when it gets into a nursing home. Please keep them in your thoughts and prayers. We're going to get through this. We're going to be stronger when we do. And we'll get everybody back to work. And God bless each and every one of you. God bless Odessa. God bless Texas. And God bless the United States. Thank you.